Babe, you good? Maya asked James. She started to get up. Holding out a hand, James smiled. Nothing's wrong. It's important that you get your rest while we have the chance. He looked in the direction of where the Adventurers Guild was located, through the dense woods. We still had to make it through the forest. It would be awful if we were to trip up after getting what we needed. James glanced at the packs that they had lying on the ground. The packs contained not only the supplies, but also the items requested on the job they accepted. I can't believe that people are so desperate for something so rare. James thought about what they were tasked to find. At least we were able to gather the stones from some of the monsters. Adam grinned as he turned to look at Kate and Peter, who were sitting next to each other. Right? Peter shook his head while chuckling. Sure. Suppose you mean how I almost lost an arm. I guess it makes it worth the cost. Placing a hand gently on Peter's shoulder, Kate said, You need to watch yourself better. I told you not to get too far away from me. Sorry about that, Peter, Maya said. I should have been able to take down that forest cat. Smiling at Maya, Peter said, Don't worry about it. There were enough around us that it was difficult to watch out for everything. Kate is just being overprotective. Hearing Peter's words, Kate shoved Peter, frowning at the use of words to describe her worry over him. I appreciate you caring about my safety, Peter smiled at Kate. He tried moving in to give her a hug, but Kate turned away from him, clearly not having any of it. Seeing how people acted, James enjoyed his party. They had been working together for some time. Despite the differences in their personalities, there was a sense of coordination between them. As the others talked, James made sure to keep an eye out for any monsters. Being the party leader of the group, the responsibility of making sure everyone was safe fell on his shoulders. It should take us a couple of days to get back to the city. James planned out the route in his mind. The forest will eventually end, and if they continue, they will run into one of the major roads. Then, they need to travel south regardless of which road they ran into. Despite being a simulation, a lot of the organization in the world was similar to the real world. Even if there were no highways, there were still signs laid out to help out travelers. Even if they didn't see a sign, the main roads typically had enough traffic that they would be able to ask for directions. Looking up at the sky, even through the dense canopy, James could see the sun. After enough time had passed and everyone got a breather, James clapped his hands together. I think we've taken enough time. Let's get our things and continue. Though no one liked the idea of the long walk ahead of them, none of them complained. Even Adam didn't comment, simply getting back on his feet and making his way to pick up his pack. James grabbed his pack, which was next to Maya. Picking it up, James slid his arms through the shoulder straps. He then proceeded to make sure that it was secured in order to not sap away energy. It was important that the pack didn't swing as he moved, the inertia of it moving side to side, draining the stamina.